Come on, sunshine. Hey, sunshine. Welcome. Welcome to this special edition of Conversations with Celena. Well, hello there, sunshine. How are you doing today? I am so excited about this episode of Conversations with Celena. You all know that most of the time I try to do weekends, but if it's through the week, you can best believe that it is special. So we're not going to take up too much of your time because we're going to be mindful, but we want to just introduce this beautiful young lady to you all, and we want to give you a moment to share. We want you to share this video. Can you say share? Can y'all say share? So share this video and we'll be right back. We're going to give a shout out to our sponsors and we'll be right back. Sponsors plural, but tonight's episode is brought to you by this beautiful lady behind me, Miss Tammy Valente of Valente Real Estate. Y'all, please contact her if you have any real estate needs. She covers everything. She's an amazing woman. She's been serving South Mississippi for 10 years. She specializes in everything that concerns real estate. Last year, all of the agents were million and multi-million-dollar producers. She is also the recipient of the Realtor of the Year Award. It is privately and locally owned. So please go and support Miss Tammy. Like I said, when I asked her, hey, you want to be a sponsor? She's like, girl, yes. I said, okay. I said, you're going to sponsor Emily's episode. And she was A-okay with that. Isn't that sweet?
I love it.
Girl, you have people that love you everywhere.
Oh, that's the goal. That's the plan, you know?
That is the plan. So before you get started, let me see. I need to tell you a little bit about this beautiful young lady that I have up here. Now that we told you about the sponsor. So Emily, with her beautiful self, very talented, is a rising country music star and acclaimed songwriter from where? Meridian, Mississippi. Armed with her guitar, emotional lyrics, and dusty vocals, Emily captures moments of life from the blush of her first love to the passage of adulthood. She is a talented songwriter who has the ability to move an audience. Her uncontainable talent has melted audiences when she opened for such greats as Confederate Railroad, Mo Bandy, Jeff Bates, the Atlanta Rhythm Section, the amazing Chapel Heart. Woo, woo!
Yeah.
Right? And Southern Halo. So y'all give it up for this Miss Southern as can be, Miss Emily White.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Now, after that wonderful introduction.
I didn't write that. I swear. It wasn't me.
Isn't it hard to do your own bios? Like people
I gave it to my mama. So she said, I'm like, Mama, just say some nice things about me.
Girl, speaking of mama, when I met you all in Poplarville, I think it was January, right?
Mm-hmm.
Home is where the heart is for Chapel Heart. So when I met mama, I had no clue that that's where you got all of your talent and you know,
oh yeah,
vocals and all of that from mama. I'm like, You mean to tell me I was talking to a star and I didn't know I was talking to a star? And as I'm listening to you, it was like her entire career, you just never would have known. Like,
Mhm.
she was so humble about how she moved and everything that she did, and never made big fanfare about anything.
Mm-mm.
And so it was funny because you're like, I never knew that person was famous until I was grown, because she just was cool. And even when she was back there, at the event, because we were all backstage, Mama was just cool, just as sweet as she wanted to be. So I
Yeah.
knew I had to bring that to your attention, that I had no clue that Mama was the star first, and then here you come, the mini me, the star
Hmm.
right behind her, getting everything that you know from Mama. So you can truly say, I get it from a mama.
I tell everybody that here. I'm in New Mexico right now on like a little mini tour out here. And they say, well, where'd you learn to sing? I didn't really learn it. I was just, Mama sang all the time when I was a kid. I sang with her. And I love my daddy. I always talk about my daddy. But I didn't get it from him. Bless him. We always say, Dad ain't got rhythm, God gave a goat. But he's the best
Daddy
supporter
can get the equipment together. Daddy get the
he
equipment
can.
right.
He does it every single time. Every single show I go to, if I'm stateside or back home or somewhere close to Mississippi, he's always there with me, always setting up my sound for me, make sure everything's just perfect and the all of the levels are great. So he's
Uh-huh.
been for since day one. So
Yeah, you can't do it without the manager. So come on, Daddy.
mom and dad always behind me, always helping me out.
Amazing team. And that's so important when you can have the backing of your family. It
Oh yeah,
just, oh my God, I know it makes it just even a greater experience. It's already amazing, but
yeah.
just to know that you got mama right here, daddy right there, they're always in the audience.
It's
Just,
easier. It makes my life so much easier because I have so many musician friends who their parents are just kind of like, you need to go to college, you need to go get something so all of your eggs aren't in this basket because it might not work out for you at the end of the day. You might not be as good as you think you are, and then you put everything into your music career and nothing else. But my family, my mom, my dad, my entire family have been supportive of me since I was 16 years old. Follow my dreams, follow my dreams.
mm-hmm.
And I've gotten plenty of doors slammed in my face. I've tripped up so many times, and um, I, I'm here now. The struggle is real, but we're getting somewhere finally. You know.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like, and since we already talking about mom and daddy, we just gonna stay here for a minute. It sounds like they did not spoil you, even though you were just adorable as you wanted to be with the popsicle. I mean, the sucker in your mouth and the cap like a
Oh,
tomboy, right? They made you work for whatever it is that you wanted, and the stories are just so cute of how you saved up your money, and here you taking bags and bags up in here to get either a guitar, a laptop, whatever it is, they make you work for it.
oh
So
yeah.
if there's a lesson for any young person that is listening, you appreciate it more when you have to what? Work
Work.
for
Yeah. That's the one thing mom and dad, especially my dad, instilled in me, is learning the value of a dollar and not being spoon fed your entire life. Yes, I mean, I'm grateful for the roof they put over my head, the clothes they put on my back. But when I became 16, 17 years old and I wanted things, I wanted to pay for things, I wanted to have my own stuff, and I wasn't going to go around asking my parents for it. I was like, go get a job. If you want to spend the money, go get a job, go make some money. And so I would play, what was it, every single summer, it was every day or every weekend of the summer when I was like 13 or 14, I think. I
it.
didn't even have a guitar at this point. I was singing to karaoke tracks in a plaza in the middle of Helen, Georgia. And I was seeing those little gazebos in the middle of parks so you can rent them out and have music or whatever in them. We would have those there. Dad would be the sound man. He'd be sitting behind me and set up all that, and I'd be singing to tracks, just singing to tracks. And I had a tip bucket, and people kept throwing money in it. Like, wow, this is awesome. So I did it every single weekend through the summer. I made about, it's like $500 in ones and fives and some tens. So I walk into Best Buy because I wanted that laptop. It was a little Toshiba laptop, and it lasted me forever. But it was $500 and some change. But I didn't realize it was just about closing time, and everybody, they weren't busy at all. All the workers, there was about 5 or 6 men that came up there, and I just handed them these wads of money. Like, it's this much. They didn't trust me. So they went back and they counted every single bit of it. And they were just flipping through it on my ones and fives. And I'm just sitting there smiling. I'm like, I'm going to get my laptop. So excited.
Mm-hmm.
pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was pay for your phone, you pay for your car, you pay for everything if you want to appreciate it more. So that was a really great life lesson I got.
Yeah, it seems like it because like I was listening and we were talking backstage, like you don't understand if you don't pay for it. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? You don't understand what all with the blood, sweat, and tears. And even if you didn't do all of that, you
Hmm.
still put your time, and time is something that you can never get back. And so this generation, and probably some of us, are spoiled. Some are not. I'm not spoiled. And if I was, I wouldn't admit to it, but I'm
I'm a
not.
little bit, but it's okay. I'm an adult now. It's good.
But is we do spoil our kids a little bit too much, and so you don't really appreciate it unless you work for it.
Hmm.
And like your mom gave you an opportunity just to come up on stage and sing a little bit, so you've been really working for it before you even knew that you were working for it, and
Hmm.
you love it so much. You can tell that you love it so much, by the way, that it's not work. You're
No,
busy, but it's not work because it's something that you love to do, in my
when you get
opinion.
on that stage, yeah, when you get on that stage and you start singing, I start singing with my guitar. That's where all the work pays off. Where you can get up there and do it with ease and sit there and have a good time on stage and not be nervous. And that it takes a lot of work to get to that point. But the
Mhm.
work is everything before a gig or after a gig, getting ready for the next one. The work is in between. But on stage, that's the reward, for all the
Mhm.
hard work.
Right, right. But even the work, when it's something that you love, it probably it's just different. It's different
Hmm.
than punching a clock.
Yeah.
Some people do what they love behind that, but most of us, are looking for more, to do something more, to make a difference in the world.
Hmm.
And I know you said at a young age, if you ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Singer, songwriter.
Hmm. I know
And look
that.
at you living the dream, girl. You living the dream.
Hey, I quit my job. Now it's just music. Music is my job. That's what I do now. I I love it so much. I'm so blessed to have everything that I have and the support that I have and get to do what I love every single day, you know?
Hmm.
And I can pay my bills, which is even better. I love that.
And so you said you're in New Mexico right now. How long have you been there?
Oh,
I
I
didn't
got
even know. I would have put that on the flyer, live from New Mexico.
you should because it's live from New Mexico. I'm down here in Taos and it's got a really ugly rainstorm coming in from the mountains over that way. But I love it up here. I got here about a week ago, a week and a few days, so about 7 or 8 days from today. I've been here, but I was here for about 2 months in February and March. I was up here for 2 months during the snow season, and I decided to come up here during August because in Mississippi it is very hot and wet, and the air is just so thick. And up here the humidity is only maybe like 45-50% on a bad day. And down south, I know it's about 85,
You
90%
know we over here
humidity. It's bad. It's so bad.
we, we over here suffocating, and you just left.
I did. I left you guys.
Here we go, live from New Mexico.
Look, hey.
Hey, sunshine, girl. I be working and see. I don't have the sound man and the whoever man and
You don't need
Mike.
them.
Huh?
You can do it just fine by yourself.
I want to be spoiled. See,
Oh, see,
see how spoiled
adults,
people don't want you to be spoiled.
now that we're adults, we want that. We want it, please.
Mm-hmm.
And I've
So
been up here for about a week. I've already played 2 shows. I had one over at there's a local. It's a bowling alley, and they have live music there. They have the best pizza in town. I know it's hard to believe because it's a bowling alley, but you go in there. They have a stone oven, the most amazing pizzas. It's called Gutters, and that was my first gig. I played there, and then yesterday I played over at the Rolling Still, which is downtown Taos. Really cute cocktail bar, and I have about 3 or 4 more shows here before I come back home.
okay, you
Oh
not in
yeah,
a you're not in a rush.
I'm not in a rush at all. We
I
run
know.
time here. There's no time runs different here. I don't know what it is. Might be the aliens. Not really sure. Because this, New Mexico's the hot spot for the UFOs and the sightings and everything over here. So I don't know.
Well, girl, is it different? I mean, is it better? You say time runs different. Is it better?
Oh, it's good. It runs slower, and I
It
love that.
runs slower. Okay, okay. Yeah, don't rush back, honey. It's hot. And he's like in hurricane season, so go on, stay right where
Mhm.
you are.
I'm gonna be
I'm
here. We have a
thankful
lot of
though because it's been kind of quiet. I hope it stays that way.
very knock on wood. I found some. There you go.
So, tell me the story about Zach Brown. That was cute. That was cute.
Oh,
Daddy made you all nervous.
wow, that was a story. See,
Hmm.
I always forget about these stories, and my dad is like my walking Wikipedia page. He knows everything that I've ever done. So I can't keep track of it, but he's like, you remember that time?
Uh-huh.
Forgot the other time. Like, oh yeah, I did do that. Like, I always forget. Okay, the Zach Brown story. Gosh, okay, I just started playing guitar. I was maybe 17 or 18 years old. I think I was about 18 years old. And I was playing in Dahlonega, Georgia at the Crimson Moon Cafe, which is downtown Dahlonega, little mountain town. And it turns out that's like the stomping grounds of Zach Brown and a lot of other musicians. So I was hosting an open mic night at the Crimson Moon, and they had the big soundboard back there, and I was pushing all the buttons, getting everybody set up, and I was emceeing, and I played a few songs on stage. So it was coming to a close. It was about closing time, about 25 minutes until, and my dad's there, and he nudges me, and he's like, Emily, Zach Brown just sat down over there. That is not Zach Brown.
Everybody look, yeah, everybody in town look like Zach Brown.
Everybody in that town has a beard and a beanie, Dad, and tattoos. That's you described every man in Dahlonega, Georgia. And so that's not him. And so it's like we continue the night, and I get on stage and I play my last set of the night, right? And this man walks up to me and takes the pick out of my mouth. And it is 100% Zach Brown. It is Zach Brown at this point. He's taking this pick out of my mouth and grabbing my guitar from me and gets on that stage, and he plays a lot of unreleased material on the album that he was about to put out. Colder Weather was the big song. And I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, Zach Brown is here.
Mm-hmm.
He's here. I didn't think he'd actually show up, but he did. They locked the doors when he got on stage, so nobody else could get in, nobody could get out. Like, there was like 7 or 8 people in the audience, and most of them were Zach Brown's band. Most of the band was sitting there with him at the table. Well, we're going to rewind a little bit. So I met Zach Brown. It was amazing. But there was a lead up to that story, is that about 2 weeks before that, I was doing my open mic. I was singing on stage, and there was this very large ginger man, very, very large ginger. And he walks up to me, and his name's David Purvis. I said, my name's David Purvis. I think you're very talented for your age, and I really want to help you with your career. I said, great. What do you have in mind? And so he shows me his phone. He took a video of me singing on stage, and just a little iPhone video, and sent it to Zach Brown because he's personal friends with him. And Zach texts him back and says, wow, she sounds that good on an iPhone recording. I want to hear her in the studio. So I'm dying inside. I get to go to Zach Brown's studio when I'm not even out of high school yet. Like, go to his studio, record 2 or 3 songs. I held his Grammy, and I was on cloud 9. And then a few weeks go by, and I'm like, great. I had a really great experience. That was amazing. I got to go to Zach Brown's studio, personally invited. And then that's when, he shows up. Turns out he called ahead of time to make sure that I was going to be there so he could come meet me.
So you was really on cloud 9 after that.
He came to meet me. No way. And I forget about that a lot. I have so many stories that have happened. That was the highlight of my life at that time. It's still a highlight. I have so many wonderful things that have happened in my career, and that's just one of them. But that was the first big experience, with this A-list artist coming to see me. All right. God. It was a great, not an ego boost, but kind of like an ego boost because I was a kid,
Yeah, definitely. We need those confident boosters because sometimes self will start to, revert back. So, well, maybe I'm not, but then you have somebody come in and
it validates it.
Yes, yes. And they're locking the doors. He taking the pick and taking over the stage. You're like, okay, Zach, go Zach Brown,
I
go.
see you.
I see you. I see you,
Oh,
Patsy. Hmm. I know one of the other cute stories too was when y'all were in, was it Liberty?
it was Columbiana, Alabama.
It was, yes, yes,
Yeah.
it was in Alabama, but the event was the Liberty Day event.
How do you remember all these things? Yeah, it was Liberty Day.
Girl, because I'm learning because conversations with Celena about to do some things. And so you just can't come on here because if you get stumped up, I need to know how to jog your memory because daddy, he is somewhere else doing the music,
Mm-hmm.
the equipment. So I'm here to help you. Sunshine ain't gonna let you be out here all by yourself.
I
But
appreciate
that
you
was
for
cute,
talking.
girl. That was so cute. Like I could feel that for you when you were talking about them standing up and
Oh
being
man,
girls. So
that was the pivotal moment in my
that was the
entire
pivotal
life.
moment.
That was
Yes.
the where I just decided on. It was that simple. It was that moment everybody was standing up for me and just clapping and hooping and hollering. And I could get used to this. This is good.
Girl, at that, how old were you when that happened?
9? Is that 9? People
Yeah.
I've been so lucky. People search their entire lives for their purpose, what they're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do. And I had an interview a few days ago, and I said the same thing: is that I'm blessed enough to know what my purpose is on this planet. On God's green earth, I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with it, and I'm blessed for that because people search their entire lives. They search
Good.
so long, and I figured it out when I was 9, 10 years old.
Good.
That's
Do
what I
you know
do.
how old I am, Emily?
No, ma'am.
How old do I look?
How
We
old do
just
you look?
we just having a conversation. How old do
We're
I
just
look?
we're just talking. That's what.
Yeah, we're not really live, so we just aren't gonna act like nobody there. It's just me and you.
So just me and you. How old do I think you look? I know I can never tell. 39.
Okay, you my new BFF.
What did I do? Okay, did I do okay?
I'm 50.
Shut up. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Look, I had this guy. I asked him the other day. We were at the ball fields,
That
and
is.
so
Oh my gosh.
look, you could tell he was like, "Wait a minute, you're out here to see your son. He's in college, so he's
Mm-hmm.
got to be at least 20." So he gave me like late 30s, maybe 40. I
Mm-hmm.
said, "What? Okay." I can't remember his name. He was a firefighter, but that's how he got so close because he was calculating. But yeah, I'm
He was
50.
doing the math. Then.
He was doing the math, but you're correct. I am still questioning what's my purpose in life. And people keep saying, Sunshine, you bring people together. I had someone reach out to me on Monday. She's like, I want to come on your show and tell my story. And every time I hear that, your show, I want to come on your show. I'm like, I have a show, don't I? I do have a show,
Mm-hmm.
And so we cannot despise the small beginnings because you just keep showing up and you keep showing up. And I heard you say this, and this I wanted us to say at the very beginning. Like I wanted to start it with the end because at the end you say, what would you want to share with maybe a young person aspiring to do this? And it was always be prepared. I think you said like you
Mm-hmm.
never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to meet them. So always do your best. Always be prepared and always do your best. And I love that. So when I was getting ready, I said, okay, now I got to do my best for Emily because, this is what she told us to do, to make sure that we do our best. And
Mm-hmm.
even though you're delivering music, there's that message in the music. Every time you interview, every time you have a conversation, you really are affecting people's lives. You're being influential, you're
Mm-hmm.
being impactful. So we have to really be careful of the things that we say and what we do because people are always watching.
Mm-hmm.
They are literally always watching. You're always on an interview, no matter where the gig is. Because
Always.
listen, these things right here, these things right here will get you somewhere where you'll be like, what the world happened? How did you get that?
I know.
Just like with the ginger man.
The ginger man. I don't know. It's just these days the age of technology is so different, and you can be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want to do. But with my career and what I do, like you said, I live by mama taught me, just always play the best show you ever played. Doesn't matter if there's 10 people, doesn't matter if there's 1,000 people, 10,000 people, give them the same show.
Give
Always.
them the same show.
Because you never know. You never know. When I was on tour with Chapel Heart, they put the same show on every single time.
Oh my God. Listen,
and it didn't matter if it was 5 people, it didn't matter if it was 5,000 people.
Matter. It didn't matter if it was a small stage, because they were on that little small stage when we
Mm-hmm.
went to New Orleans, or they were on the big stage whenever we were in Poplarville, but the show was still like amazing to me. And I said, I'm gonna have to get me a second job just to be following them, because I done went to Meridian. When I went to Meridian, they done pulled me over. The police. I'm going down the one-way street, and I guess the man said, "Are you okay, ma'am?" So he called the female police officer to come and escort me to the gas station. They ended up being really nice and helpful, because I said, "Sir, I can't see," but I could not all the way to Meridian to see Chapel Heart. And then I went to New Orleans, can't see over there. So I had to Uber. I had to get the Uber over to, was it D-Max? I think it was D-Max. Girl, so just wherever they go, I be trying to go. And I said, I want to go to Nashville. I just don't have a place to stay. And because I travel so low, like that's going to be gas, then the ticket, then the hotel. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get an extra job to be going.
Gotta get a side hustle going on so you can get some extra cash. Like,
I got to get a side hustle. But they are so loving and like the same all the time. And Tree, she picked me up. That still blows my mind.
She's a strong lady. She doesn't look it, but she's a strong woman.
We got to pick another word. Strong is not it, honey. When I tell you, she didn't pick me up like this, up off the ground. It was more like
she launched you. Yeah.
My back cracked. I said, "Oh my God."
Mama Tree. When we were on the road together, that was Mama Tree. She took care of me. And she always made sure I had everything I needed. And she's a mama. She's got children. She's got a child. And so she knows how to take care of me. And she was wonderful.
Look at this right here. Like, this is why, hold on. This is why I be trying to follow them like I do. This right here is what they gave me. I look at it every day because Derek gave me this press pass, and we all backstage with everybody. And I didn't know who they were. Like, let me see, except for maybe a few months before that. And my cousin said, "That's your cousin." I said, "Girl, you say everybody." That's one thing about the South. Everybody. I said, "Now how we cousin?" Girl, this, and she go down the list. I said, "Joy, I don't know who they are." She said, "Well, Danica said, and she gonna call you." And I'm so glad that she did. I would not have wanted it any other way, than to be able to experience them. Because if I would have saw it just on Facebook and not been there,
it's so different. It's so different. Energy is so different when you see them live.
Girl, I'm about to cry. Like I told her, I'll be about to cry every single time I get to thinking about it, because I got to know them and follow them and start listening to them. And you just really get a connection once you start to follow somebody and listen.
I am so proud of them. I am so proud of them and all their success. They have been striving. They've been grinding.
They've been grinding.
They have. I know for a fact. I was with them grinding for a bit, and they never stop. They don't take a break. They go every single day. Derek, Big D, he's the one. He'll put you to work. Derek, he won't let you rest. He will. You get one day a week. The rest of it is, you got to get this done at this time, and it's for your future, and it's good for you. So get it done. He was my dad. He was like my dad on the road,
Girl, I'm telling you, it was an amazing experience, because backstage, let me see, this was the first night I think we went, because we went up there the first night and then we went back that next day. So I think it was the first night. When I tell you he spoke some stuff over me, I wanted to pass the offering and give him some money for the collection plate. Like they're preaching to me about, the things that you can do. And once you put your mind to it, I needed to come home and write it all down. But,
Mhm.
the gist of it is you can do whatever you put your mind to do. You just have to put in the work. And if you're going down one road, life can change. You just have to be willing to make that change to
Mhm.
evolve with it. And a lot of times we get stuck. We don't want the change because it's uncomfortable, but you have to change. Even if you change your whole direction, it's
Mhm.
okay, to take
You
that
got
change.
time. Ain't nobody's in your way except for you. You gotta
You
you
got
gotta
that.
take you gotta take the bull by the horns. And if you want to do something, it's not just gonna fall into your lap.
Mm-mm,
That's not no that never happens. You have to
mm-mm,
work for it. You don't have overnight successes hardly anymore. It's the ones that have been working in the background, been grinding for 5, 10 years, and they're finally getting their break. It's because they worked for it. They
mm-hmm.
put their mind to it and they got it done. And that's the power of will. That's the willpower. I respect every musician that's ever made it because I get it. It is so hard. It is so hard.
Mm-hmm. What did I want to say to you? I do admire the younger generation who knows what they want to do. So Chapel Heart knows. I mean, because the average person would have thrown in the towel a long time ago, but because you have such a great support system, like you said, that makes it easier.
Hmm.
And I want to encourage even the people that are older, middle age and up. It does not matter. You're not in competition with anybody else. If you are 50, 55, 60, 70, and you decide that you want to do something, don't take that gift and talent to the grave. Get up and do it. Like, don't worry about who's going to say what and the judgment that's going to come, because people are going to say regardless if you're doing or if you don't do. But the thing about it is, find what you love to do, because we all have gifts. We all have everything what we need in order to make it. It's just finding someone to help us cultivate it. Some of us need a little bit more boost. Some of us need a
Hmm.
Derek in our life to say, go, 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 go.
Hmm.
You know, you have other people, they're self-motivated. So they don't need all of that. They just go on their own.
That is
But
Dan. I'm sorry, we keep going back to Chapel Art. Danica is the same way. Her brain, it never shuts off. She'll be sending text messages at 3 o'clock in the morning after we finish her show at 1:30. Like she's just she's always working, always
um,
working.
what did Danica say one day? She said they might be able to out-sing me, but they're not gonna outwork me. I know
Mhm.
she said
You
one day, she
better
said
work.
they might sing better than me, but they're not gonna outwork me. They're not
Mm-mm.
gonna work harder than I work. I said, okay, girl, I hear you.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. But they're the perfect prime example of you put the work in, you're gonna get rewarded. No matter how long it takes, it's always gonna come back to you eventually. It's not gonna be
Mhm.
maybe it's not tomorrow, maybe not in a week, maybe not in 10 years, but it's not gonna go unnoticed. It never does.
That's awesome. It's encouraging. I mean, it encourages me. And like I said, this is new for me. I've only been doing this since the pandemic. And there's been times that I'm like, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I met this lady, like, I guess God said, I'm about tired of you talking about, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do. So he sent me confirmation. He sent one lady to tell me, that's your gift. And I looked at her in Best Buy. I was in Best Buy. Guess what? Looking for a laptop. This is no lie. 2 weeks ago, I'm
Hmm.
in Best Buy. I'm looking for a laptop. I didn't have no bags of money. I got a piece of plastic that I was gonna put I was
Hmm.
gonna put this
Hmm.
laptop and pay for it later. Buy now, pay later. That's what I was
Hmm.
giving it. And I couldn't decide if I just wanted a regular one or an Apple. Apple just love their stuff too much for me. Oh
Hmm.
God, I don't know. I
They're
don't know.
very proud of it.
Huh?
They're very proud of their things.
They're
Yeah.
very proud.
Very.
Apple loves their products.
Hmm.
So I'm at the counter and I compliment this lady. I said, your hair is so pretty. And she said she was going to give me the name of the lady who did it. So I got ready to give her my card. I said, well, here's my card so you can send me the information. And I said, I have a podcast. I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do it. She says, it's your gift. I'm looking at her like, you don't
You
even
don't
know.
know me.
You don't. She said, I'm telling you, it's all over you. You don't feel that? And I'm looking like, am I supposed to feel it? Like I'm standing in Best Buy looking for a laptop. Am I supposed to feel it all over me? But anyway, like that was just one of the confirmations. It came like back to back in just a short period of time. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I hear you. I hear you, because this is a platform where you can come, you can talk about whatever. Like you could talk about your obstacles, you could talk about your successes, you could talk about, this lady called me on Monday and she's like, I want to come and tell my story. She says, I was strung out on crack for 17 years and now I'm on my 4th book. You can't tell me that's not going to help somebody, because let me tell you why, Emily. These videos are going to be out there. Like today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, someone will hear your testimony. They will hear her testimony, and it's just a blessing. And so I'm going to continue to do it. If I got to do it on Zoom, I'm going to do it on Zoom. If I got to do it straight Facebook, I'll do it whatever I have to do. I'm going to continue until my assignment changes. But I know in some form, this is just what I'm going to be doing.
I love that.
I'm going to be having conversations somewhere.
Until the assignment changes, until you get told to do something else, you continue.
Until I get told, because he going to come say, listen, that's
nobody's told you no. Nobody's told you not to be doing it. So that you go ahead. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. If it makes you happy, this makes me happy. I love music. You love the podcast. It'll be on the internet forever.
And the killer thing is like I told you, I didn't know that this is what I wanted to do. It just kind of evolves into this, and it just is continuing to grow. Actually, it's growing pretty fast right now, and I'm like, what are we gonna do? And so you have to learn how to tell people no too, because they see me here, and for some reason I think they think I have some money. I'm like, no, no. So we're not doing that. I'm gonna have to practice the word N-O.
It's a full sentence.
It's a full sentence, period, dot. Period. I don't even have to say anything afterwards. And, it's a shame, but there's so many people out there scamming and trying to connect with you for the wrong reasons and just all kinds of stuff. And it's just like, be genuine, be your authentic self, and you are going to be received and accepted where you're supposed to be. If we're not supposed to be connected, we won't be connected. It's just that simple. You don't have to be someone that you're not. Just be authentic. And it took me a very long time to get to this point, and I'm still becoming that person. And I don't know if you probably don't know any of my story, because you didn't ask me to come on your podcast or come share the stage with you, because I have a country song that I might be able to sing, girl. When I get through telling my story, I'm gonna have to give
Everybody's got one in them. Everybody's got a good
I'm gonna have to give you the details so you can make a song. But yeah, I started just trying to be encouraging, and then I just started to open up. I started to open up about being abused, and from that, it drew in other people who have been suffering, people who were suicidal, been there, done that, and so it just.
It's
and
people
I'm not,
that needed to hear it as much as you needed to hear it.
And I needed to tell it. I needed to tell it. They needed to hear it, and it has just opened up a whole new world for me. And people trust me with their information. And boy, am I on information overload. I was like, whoo, I need about 2 or 3 therapists now, because I need to just go. I need to regurgitate and just dump. I need to go dump some of this stuff, because
it gets heavy.
It is.
It gets heavy. It does. Carrying the load of everybody's different stories. They depend on you for your advice, because it's sage advice. You've been through so much, and I've been through so much. Everybody's been through something, But you want to help people on their journeys in any possible way that you can, and you take on some of their load to make them feel better, because you're a good person. You're a good person. That's why.
I told you that I was listening to Mississippi, Child of Mississippi, right? Girl, I tried to make your flyer. There was a song that was stuck to this flyer. I could not get that song off that flyer. I said, I'm not giving up, and I'm not calling anybody either. I'm going to figure this out. And I kept hearing that same portion of that song over and over. So now I'm like, I love this song. I love this song because I heard it. Oh, and I could still hear it now just playing. And it just, you could just tell from the videos that you love it. And then there was one, I can't remember the name of it. It's a love song. With the boyfriend. Let me see.
She's got you?
What is it?
No, with the boyfriend. Did it have a music video to it, or was it just a song?
I think it had a video. It's in this album right here.
The Child of Mississippi album.
I think it is.
About the boyfriend? Tell me more about it. There's a few.
Darn, because it seems so fun. It was an upbeat. And you have girl issues in parentheses or something.
Oh, poor boy blues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. With that seemed like that. Yes, that seemed like that was a fun one.
Yeah, that was great. Is that the upbeat, nice little? The same feel as Rose of San Antone by Patsy Cline. Deep within my heart lies like that really upbeat, happy. Oh, I love that. It was so much fun.
Wait, speaking of that, are you gonna sing? Where your guitar at?
Do you want me to sing you a song?
Yes, you gotta sing Sunshine a song.
Well, let me find a pick. Got a pick. My guitar's right over there. Give me 2 shakes.
Pull it out your mouth.
I got it.
Yes, y'all. This is fun. While she's going to do that, just make sure you go over here because let me see what happened. So Valente.
I'm back.
All right, girl.
What you want to hear? You want to hear Child of Mississippi?
Oh, God, yes, please. I'm going to put you on solo.
Okay, gotcha. Well, this is one, Child of Mississippi. I wrote it when I got back home I was living in Georgia for about 10 years, and I came back home, and this song just kind of fell out of me. It's just about all the shenanigans and the things I got into as a child. Walking down country roads of nothing but bare feet, hand-me-down clothes and a fort made out of sheets, splinters in our toes from climbing those pine trees. Running from bumblebees, looking up at bluebird skies, fishing with cane poles, bottling up fireflies, roasting marshmallows, skinny dipping at midnight. I am a child of Mississippi. My magnolia memories guiding me back home. I know I'll always be, no matter where I roam. I am a child of Mississippi. Sunday morning church pews, picnics on the ground, the call of the whippoorwill when the sun goes down. Hear that mockingbird singing its song to me. I am a child of Mississippi. My magnolia memories guiding me back home. I know I'll always be, no matter where I roam. I am a child of Mississippi. Oh, I am a child. Oh, I am a child. Yes, I am a child of Mississippi. Ooh-wee. Cha-cha-cha.
I had to get myself off mute, girl. Did you see me back here? I was like,
I
yeah.
did it.
You was all in it, girl. See, it takes you to a whole nother zone.
It does. It really does. I love it though.
That was not a real word, was it? It
Which
takes
one?
you to another zone. I was trying to say it takes you to another zone, girl, because you was in that zone.
I found it. That's where I stay. I ride right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that sunshine's finally starting to come out. Good.
Ooh, girl. I think this was a good conversation.
It's very laid back. Let's do it again sometime.
We're gonna have to do it again. And I won't take so long this time because we were supposed to do it right like in February after I met you in January.
Yeah. That's all right though. We made it back. We're good.
Oh, things happen in the perfect timing. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny said, wow, love it. She said,
oh,
beautiful
thanks,
voice. Beautiful voice.
Thank you, Vinny. Sweet. Hi, Vanessa.
Yes, hello. So yeah, girl, we have to do it again, and then I don't know. I'm gonna start getting on the road a little bit more again because I was bouncing around from here to there, and then I kind of slacked up. But it was fun. Like I enjoyed being in the midst, like in front of people.
In the middle.
This is good, but I like to be in the middle of it because there's nothing like it.
It's like you were saying. It's like trying to watch shows online or watching them live on Facebook, and it's just you don't get that feeling. You don't get that energy. It's got it. It's a living, breathing thing. You can't just watch it on television. You know.
It is not the same. But did you have anything that you wanted to say that we didn't cover? I mean, because we kind of bounced around a bit.
We did really great. Just definitely, if y'all haven't already, check out my website, unless you want to pin it to something. But it's emilywhitemusic.com. Y'all can check those out and all my dates coming up. I have a lot of shows coming in the South next month. And so I'll be back home at the end of this month. And I got about 10, 11 shows in September. So y'all, if y'all can't make it to one of them, you got plenty of chance to go see it at another show because I got one almost every weekend. But y'all check those out. Follow me on my social medias. And yeah, I had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful, wonderful interview. I love these kind of things where they're not structured. They flow. So.
Oh, definitely, girl. I don't want to say there's no structure over here, but it's definitely just a conversation.
Yeah.
Because are you gonna send me the questions? I said, oh, honey, this is not an interview. We just talk. We just talk.
Just talk.
And people that are nervous that come on, they're like, that was amazing, especially when they're not used to it. They're like, that wasn't bad at all.
It's not as
Did I get that right? Emily White Music?
That's it. emilywhitemusic.com. It's got all my stuff on there. It's got all my shows coming up. It's got some videos of me singing. And just shoot me an email if you want to buy some merch. I do have a CD. I have those for sale. I got t-shirts and all those things. So just shoot me an email if you like some.
Hold on, let me see. I don't know if this is gonna show. Let's see.
What you doing?
Girl.
I don't know.
Me neither. Can you see my screen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well that didn't do
But
it.
they just got to visit the website themselves. That's all they got to do.
I know, but see, Sunshine be trying to figure out how to do some stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's always
So,
try. You'll figure it out.
okay, now can you see it?
As a press kit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that's where I was going. So if you can see my screen, there it is right there.
Yes.
Contact Emily White at emilymusic.com, or there's info at creative and dreams
Music Network. Yeah.
Yeah, let me start over. Info at creative
And Dreams
Music
Music
Network.com.
Yeah.
And look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
I get it from my mom.
Southern as can be from Meridian, Mississippi.
That's right. You like that tagline? It's catchy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all check it out. It's got I got my album. I got 12 tracks on it. It's half covers, half originals. If you can't buy one, you can stream it on Spotify. You can stream it on Apple Music. What else do we got? Every social media platform or music platform they have me on. So if you can't find it at one, you can find it at the other.
Yeah, just make sure you find it.
Yes, please find it.
If you're looking for it, you will find it. So make sure you go looking for it. You could you still see me on the screen?
Mm-hmm. You right about
too?
Yeah.
Girl, I needed it to take over the screen. I wasn't trying to still be on the screen.
No, we can still see you.
Girl.
You weren't picking nothing. You're fine.
So yeah, let me see. Where you went to?
I don't know. I'm still. Oh, there I am. Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hey.
There we go. Hey, girl. Hey. Well, I have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedule. Live from New Mexico. It blesses me that you said yes. You sent me all the information, no hesitation. I'm sorry that the email got lost, but hey, we worked it out.
We worked it out just fine. It was smooth sailing after that. So
it was smooth sailing. We got this, girl.
We're good. We're fine.
So listen, you have to call me one time to come to a show whenever you're local. I'm gonna go look at the dates too, though. I'm gonna look at them, and you hang tight. Don't hang up. Stay right there for just a minute because we're supposed to do some stuff right after the show.
Oh, stuff. Sunshine.
Yeah, girl, we gotta do some stuff, Sunshine.
Some things.
Hey, Mama Vinny. So yes, y'all be sure to call Tammy. Tammy is amazing. 799-3477. Even if you're not in the area, and if you need a house or anything like that has to do with real estate, give her a call. She is this episode's sponsor. And thank you so much, girlfriend, for saying yes. All of y'all that says yes and help me. I just look at Vinny. She's saying, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
I know, right? All right, y'all have an amazing day. Go share a smile and spread some sunshine. Mwah. Sunshine, love you.
Bye.
Bye.